Hey guys, welcome back to Mr. Vintage Restoration. I'm Mr. Vintage and here's our next project. This is about a 1926 Victrola, affectionately known as the Credenza model. And after nearly 100 years, she needs a little TLC. So with that being said, we're going to get into it. Let's get after it and get her fixed up and back to our customer. So our Victrola Credenza has definitely seen better days. I do have the reproducer set aside. That's all swelled and broken. We'll show you that later. Zinc die cast does not age particularly well. The tone arm support is busted and somebody has wired that up. You can see that right there. That's not going to allow this tone arm to float as freely as it needs to. It's going to cause record wear and other issues. Let's get it fixed and fixed right. The other thing that we're going to do is a motor service. After about 100 years, the grease in these, which was a combination of Vaseline and graphite, dries out. The motor clunks, bumps, and generally doesn't sound very good. There's potentially a busted spring in this motor, so let's get inside of it and see what we got going on. So the first thing we have to do to remove our motor is take the crank out of the machine. And take that guy out, set him aside. Unfortunately, this guy is swelled in place, so in an effort not to damage the lower portion of the housing, we're going to have to take the big screws out. There we go. And look at that. It's got a couple screws in there to support that. So now we've got our tone arm out. Next thing we're going to do here is remove our record platter that just pulls up and out of the way. So for our Victrola motor here on the board, we've got these large black screws. I'm going to take those out because that's what holds the motor board in. So now that our motor board screws are out, we should be able to tilt the motor board back. And there we go. There's our motor and motor board. Let's get this big heavy son of a gun out of here and set off to the side. Okay, so our Victrola motor is, well, pretty much in the condition I expected. Nasty and encrusted with fossilized grease. First thing we need to do is start taking it apart. Another one of our friends, Mr. Coffee Can. And keep that separate from our other parts because these ones are going to be, well, gross.
Okay, so we've got our motor reinstalled. Got her all cranked up. First thing, we got to set the speed governor. Which we're running about 78, 79 RPMs, so the gauge is right. The table is spinning at the correct RPMs, but the gauge is off, so we got to make an adjustment to that needle.
Alright guys, there you have it. That is the mechanical restoration of our 1926 Victrola Credenza model. Learned a lot on this one. Some things I do differently, some what to do, what not to do, but all in all, pretty happy with how it turned out. I think the customer's going to be real happy with it, and I look forward to getting it back to them. As always, thanks for coming along with me, and we look forward to seeing you back again in the shop real soon. Have a great day, guys.